Hello, good morning, everyone. I welcome all of you to the lecture Decision Support System and Business Intelligence. Today, we are going to discuss about the data mining process and applications and the taxonomy for data mining task. Is this presentation visible to you? Is it visible to you? Okay. In previous lecture, we have discussed about the data mining definition, data mining characteristics, and some objectives of data mining. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about taxonomy for data mining task. Data mining, learning methods, and popular algorithms. There is a prediction. Data mining we can use for prediction. For prediction, we required some learning method like supervised learning method. Supervised learning method is the method where we require a supervision, and according to the supervision's guideline, according to the supervision's rules and regulation, the method work and gives us output and predict the result. For there some popular algorithms we can use: classification, regression, tree, artificial intelligence, artificial neural network, support vector machine, genetic algorithm, as well as data mining we can use for classification. And for classification also we require some learning method like supervised learning method. We have to train the our network, we have to train our algorithm with some parameter. Our our algorithm will not learn itself himself. We require there a supervision. Supervised learning required some training, and according to our training it will classify the data. For this we can use popular algorithm like decision tree, artificial neural network, multi-layer perceptron, supervised support vector machine, rough sets, genetic algorithm. All these are the popular algorithm which can be used for the classification complex problem. And also data mining can be used for regression. In data mining we use regression, and it is also required a supervised learning, and this use a popular algorithm like linear regression, non-linear regression, regression tree, artificial neural network, multi-layer perceptron, super support vector machine. You see, in regression analysis we can also use artificial neural network and multi-layer perceptron also, and support vector machine. Similarly, we can use into the classification, we can use for prediction. Data mining also use association, and for association we use a unsupervised learning. We use the method unsupervised learning, and there are some popular algorithm like prior, 1R, 0R, ECLAT. These are the algorithms which can we use for association. Suppose data is spread up, okay, and we want to associate this data at particular variable. Okay, yes, Gurusa?
Sir, what is supervised and unsupervised?
Yes, I am going to talk on that. You see this data is in a spread format. Okay, now we want to classify, we want to predict, or we want to do some analysis on this data. For this we can use supervised or unsupervised. If we use a supervised learning method, then for our technique we want to say something to train. Suppose we have a method, we have a algorithm, okay, for supervised learning. For a algorithm we want to say this smallest dot is to be separated in one area, and these big dots should be separated, lines should be separated on the another area. We have to train. For a we will train 30% of the sample. Suppose we have here 50 dots and 50 lines. In that case we will train a variable 10 dots and 10 line, and according to this training we are training to the a variable, we are giving the training. That is the supervised learning method, and on the basis of our training this a variable, this a algorithm will classify this data, and it will separate into the line in one class and dots in another class. But in unsupervised learning, this a itself will learn. It is not require any training by our supervision. This a will learn automatically. It will separate the classes by their features. It will create like this class, one cluster of lines and another cluster of the dots, like this. You see, it will create the clusters like this, and some of the element may be there unclassified because there are some limitations to both of the trainings, both of the algorithms. And now you see in association uh, all these features available which we have not into the lines. There are the difference in the features, all features in the line which are not supposed into the dots. Therefore this association unsupervised or priority algorithm will classify the data into the two classes. If there is another different type of class like this cross, then our algorithm will classify the three classes, three type of data will be classified there. Why? These features are different, these feature sets are different, and these are the difference. Therefore it is classifying on the basis of the features. Features means the parameters. attributes which are available into the this. Uh, if there is another again feature available like circle, here in this set, if there is the data like circle, then this data also be separated into the another cluster. Means the nearest value will be match. If there is no, then it will leave left that things and it will find another nearest value, nearest element to the base element, and there will be create the cluster. In supervised learn in unsupervised learning, in supervised learning we have to train to the algorithm. We will say to the algorithm this element should be separated in one class, this element should be separated into the another class, and this element will be separated into another class. Like that we will be tell to our algorithm, and accordingly our algorithm will be act to classification of the data. Are you getting my point? Yes, Urusa?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In supervised learning, we will train to the algorithm. In unsupervised learning, algorithm itself will learn which is the different, which are the distinct element that automatically algorithm itself will learn and create their clusters. There is data mining we can use for link analysis, and for this we require the learning methods, unsupervised learning method for link analysis. For association also we require unsupervised learning. And some popular algorithm we can use: expectation maximization, priority algorithm, graph based matching. These algorithms widely used for the unsupervised learning, and this is also can be used for data mining into the link analysis. Also we can use data mining for sequences analysis, and there unsupervised learning use. And some popular algorithms are priority algorithms and frequent pattern growth technique. Frequent pattern growth technique algorithm we can use for the sequences analysis. And clustering, in data mining we can use clustering, and for this we require unsupervised learning. Like this you see here, we have created the cluster, and cluster can be created with the help of data mining technique, that is clustering technique, and for this we require unsupervised learning. And they are widely used k-mean algorithm, artificial neural network, and the self-organized map. These algorithm we can use for clustering and finding the separate group of elements, separate cluster of element from the data. Suppose we want to find out the, we want to make the cluster in Aurangabad city, where is the high density population and where is the low density population in Aurangabad city. On the basis of population, suppose we want to make the cluster, in that case we can use supervised, unsupervised learning. And k-mean means we require the kernel value. Suppose there is a kernel value 10, okay, and nearest of these value are like 9, 8, 10, 11. Like this there will be create cluster. If there is suppose 7, 3, 2, 1, 4, then there our algorithm will find another base kernel value like suppose 3. And which are the nearest value of 3? 2, 1, 4, like this there will be another cluster. Here is the biggest values cluster and here is the lowest values cluster, and accordingly we can classify the data like a population density or the buildings density or the bungalows density, apartments density, roads network. We can classify using this clustering technique. Outlier analysis. For outlier analysis also we can use a supervised learning method and k-mean expectation maximization algorithm were used for analysis to the outliers. Data mining tasks. What are the data mining tasks? What we can do into the data mining? The time series forecasting. We can use data mining for time series forecasting. Uh, Part of the sequence or the link analysis. Time series forecasting means part of the sequence or the link analysis. Suppose we have a link. Now we know now the winter season is going on, so we know the today's temperature, what was the yesterday's temperature and what was the previous yesterday's temperature. Like this there is the series of temperature. Suppose there were 11, there were suppose 22, 20, 23. Then according to this temperature value we can predict how much temperature will be in next coming days. For this purpose we can use data mining task to analysis the temperature, and on the basis of this analysis of temperature we can take the decisions to business purpose, like which cloth will be sell into the market, their what warm cloth will be sell into the market in next coming days because temperature is going down. For this time series forecasting we can use data mining technique. Also we can use this data mining technique for the visualization purpose, data visualization. Another data mining task, this is the data mining task means graphically we can display the temperature, how it will be in next coming days and until which month. Suppose this is the November month, in December it will be like this, in uh, December, then January, in January it will be like this, in February it will be like this. Again this temperature will be increased according to the, we know the previous year history. Suppose we have the previous year history, in previous year how temperature graph will be, uh, it had how it had in previous year, similarly in this year it will be, the temperature will increase from the March, April and May, like this. For this we can use data mining technique to visualize like this data. And also types of data mining, there is hypothesis driven data mining and discovery driven data mining. These data mining techniques, there are various application of data mining according to the types of data mining: hypothesis driven data mining and discovery driven data mining. Hypothesis driven data mining, we will predict what will happen, that is the hypothesis driven data mining. Suppose how much temperature will be there. And discovery driven data mining, we will find, suppose there nowadays the temperature is vary according to the geographic location. If you went at suppose in Mumbai, there is the little bit high temperature than this Aurangabad, and if we look at the Nasik, there will be low temperature than Aurangabad. If you look at uh, in Nanded, there may be a little bit high temperature than Aurangabad. So you can, we know there is the variation in temperature according to the geographic locations. To discover how the temperature is at the Jalna and at the Pune, we can use discovery driven data mining techniques. Is it understanding? For prediction, we will use hypothesis driven data mining, and for discovering, now it is the temperature, there is the variation in temperature in various geographic location like Jalna, Aurangabad, Bid, Pune, Ahmednagar, and for discovering their temperature we can use data mining technique, discovery driven data mining technique. There are various data mining application, customer relationship management, banking and other financial applications are there. For customer relationship management, maximize return on marketing campaigns as well as improve customer retention. Churn analysis, maximize customer value, cross upselling, identify and treat most valued customer from the data, which data they have. Suppose one industry have the customers detail, according to that detailed information as well as from the social media information or from other sites, Gmail, Facebook, WhatsApp groups or city wise data, we can find the customers which will be buy the products, which category of customer, which category of product will buy. For this we can use data mining technique. Maximize the return on marketing campaign. Suppose we are doing campaign, we are advertising of our product. By advertising the product, how much benefit will be there to the company, how much customer will increase of our company, we can make the analysis with the help of data mining technique, data mining's algorithm. For this also we can improve the customer retentions toward the buy the product. Suppose we made advertising and from that customer get known about our product, but till customer is not buying product. For this we can use data mining techniques and create there some another influence in customers to make them to buy our product. There we can use data mining technique and give the some discount on product. If you want to give the discount on product, there you have to make the analysis before giving discount, otherwise you will be loss, your customer will not get the profit. Without any data mining technique, without any analysis of the market, if you will provide the discount to the customer, that discount we can provide on the basis of data mining algorithm, data mining techniques. Maximize the customer value, we can maximize the customer's value with the help of data mining technique. We will make the analysis on which area our customers are maximum, on which area our customers will buy our company product. To make this analysis, we can use data mining techniques. We have to use data mining techniques. Identify and treat most valued customer. We know there are various people are living in different geographic area, but still we have to find the locations of the customer. From that area the customer will buy our product. The customer will buy our product. If you will come to sell your uh, Benz Mercedes car at Jalna or at Bid or at suppose in a small town, there will not sell like these high luxurious cars, high prices car. You have to sell there a low budget car because there people are living, their income is low, so lower income group affordable product you have to sell on that location. How you will find the income group, higher income group people and lower income group people? According to the market analysis, according to the social media analysis, according to the population analysis. And for this we require data mining application, data mining algorithms. As well as data mining can be used for banking and other financial, like automate the loan application process. We know there are several manpower required to make the analysis of loan applications. Is that applicant is applicable to withdraw to take the loan from our bank or not? For loan analysis, for loan application analysis, we have to find the customer's liability. Is customer will repay the loan or not? According to their income, according to their sources of income, bank can provide them a loan. And to make that analysis we have to use their data mining techniques to automate the loan application process and find the suitable peoples. If we not provide the loan from our bank, what will happen there? Our bank will not work, because bank is work on the loan application only. Lender provide some, a loan borrower provides some extra interest to the bank, and on the basis of that interest people can deposit the money into bank. To detecting fraudulent transactions, suppose there someone is hacking the accounts or not repaying the repaymenting to the loan account, like to find these fraudulent transactions we can use data mining technique. Maximize customer value, cross and upselling. Customers values we have to find from the all detailed transactions, from all the applications, from all previous history of a customer of our bank. And for this we require the data mining technique, data mining algorithms. Optimizing cash reserve with forecasting. How much money will be there in our bank in next month, and how much we will be able to provide the loan to the customer. If we want a loan, bank takes near about 15 to 1 month for pass the loan, to sanction the loan to the customer. In that duration, suppose we as a manager sanction the loan to the applicant after 1 month. On that day there should be money in our bank. Customer should deposit it before that, to sanction the loan. Before that we should be deposited money into our bank, then we will be able to provide the loan to the customer. Otherwise our our application will be sanctioned to the customer, but we don't the money to disburse the loan amount to the customer. To avoid this, we have to optimizing the cash reserve with forecasting techniques using data mining techniques with the help of data mining techniques. Got it? Yes, Urusa.
Yes, sir.
Data mining we can use for retailing and logistic.
सर आप यहीं पे रुक जाइए ना, क्योंकि फिर 10:30 को दूसरा लेक्चर रहता है हमारा.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
We will see the another remaining application of data mining in next lecture. If you have any doubt on this data mining application, which in today's lecture we discuss, and data
सर
mining task and
डेटा माइनिंग ये डिजिटल सपोर्ट की कोई बुक है क्या आपके पास, पीडीएफ
book.
स्टडी के लिए? सर सर यही पढ़ लिए तो इनफ.
Yes, yes, yes,
आपके
yes.
आपकी प्राइस जो है तो.
Yes, you will be able to give the all answer into the exam if you read this.
ओके सर.
And I will share books through Google Class. Okay, don't worry about that. All study material will be shared to you.
यस सर, थैंक यू सर.
Okay, then we will stop here.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.